And welcome back, everybody, to the A&E show. I'm your host, Evan, with my co-host here, Angelo.
What's
Welcome,
up,
Angelo.
guys?
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, ready to start up another session. Um, Today's topic or grand theme is music, and um, we said that we were going to do this on the previous episode. Last time we talked about language, and then we started getting into artists from different nations, and then naturally trying to gravitate towards today's topic, which is music. And I say today, but we're recording these two sessions at the same time because Angela has some business to take care of next weekend.
Oh, I have a
So,
folk golf tournament. So,
all right, well, yeah, I didn't want to say anything if you didn't want to say anything, but he has a
oh,
folk off. So,
I'm open to
okay,
our audience.
okay, good, good. I mean, that's how it should be. It's how it should be, right? So,
Uh,
as I said, today is going to be about music, and it's something that's very dear to my heart. I've grown up with very musically oriented siblings. My brother and my sister have all both been singing for a very long time. They love pop music and older music. I'm very much a fan of rock and roll. Um, and so I thought today we would start out just listing our all-time favorite artists to give our audience a feel for what kind of music we're into and what we enjoy. Um, and I guess I will go first. So I'm gonna go with maybe four bands or artists. State Champs, um, 4 Year Strong. Um, let's see, I'm trying to remember. The Parlor Mob. They're not super famous. They make songs that are kind of like hard rocky ish, and I'll get into that later. And then the fourth, yeah, I mean the fourth right now, I'm really into Post Malone, so I'm just gonna say Post Malone. Yeah. Well, no, if it's all time, then Queen probably be my fourth.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd definitely have to put Queen up there.
So
Um,
your top four. Yeah, that's top four.
Tree Light Manifesto, Real Big Fish. Um, split in between probably I would have to say either Blink 182. Um, Yeah, Blink 182. And then Queen, obviously. But I also I'm weird in the sense I really do like older music, 1950s doo-wop or
Right.
1960s.
Yeah, well, four was like an arbitrary number, right? I was just like, okay,
Yeah,
let's.
no,
But
I
like
know.
we both, I'm
It's
sure we both listen to everything except like I don't know,
yeah,
maybe we don't listen to bluegrass or like some other like folk music or something like that.
oh yeah, like folk, bluegrass. For me, I'm not a big fan of metal. I
Hmm.
know, but I know a lot of people love metal.
Right.
And I, by all of them, don't care.
Uh huh.
You like
Yeah.
metal? I don't. Whatever.
I like certain types of metal, right? So that's
Yeah.
actually interesting because there's so many different like subgenres within just like
Hmm.
the big umbrella term of metal. Uh, yeah. So I thought after talking about that, we would talk about the music we listened to growing up and how it kind of affected us. Um, would you like to go through that?
Yeah. Well, so elementary. I felt like elementary. What I've listened to is just whatever was on. I didn't know who's
Mm-hmm.
who was that. Maybe it was because I was born 1993, so
Same here.
growing up to the 90s music and
Yeah,
early
no, like NSYNC,
2000.
like
Yeah,
LIT.
yeah.
Yeah,
Tupac, DMX, Eminem, um,
yeah, Eminem.
Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC. You have all the pop. And then middle school and high school come along, and that's more into ska, which is basically, if people don't know what ska is, totally fine. It's rock with brass instruments. And for me, I do love that. I like when
Yeah.
the brass
Some people
kind of
might get upset that
and
you're gonna say that because that's like more like third wave ska, right? Like the first wave
yes.
ska was very much like jazzy and like old
Mhm.
type,
Yeah.
ska. Like
But
when when we say ska here in this session, I think we're both speaking about third wave because that's the type of ska that we enjoy.
Yes, and but even like with first wave, like they still had some of them, not all of them, had some brass instruments though. Like it was still jazzy. Jazzy. A lot of jazz was trombone, trumpet, or saxophone.
Hmm.
Brass, brass, brass.
Well, I meant like the you said
No,
rock,
I
right?
know.
So like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
part,
rock. Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
Like distortion on a guitar or like heavier
yeah. Mm-hmm.
drums or something like that. Middle
But yeah,
school
the always.
though, I remember you and I listened to like All American Rejects or
Mm-hmm.
Fall Out Boy. Or,
Yeah, you went to like the regular, like just not like alternative rock, if you want to call it.
at the time, I think we thought it was alternative, but it really was alternative because it wasn't exactly pop punk or punk
Well,
rock. It
yeah,
was
or
yeah
like emo rock or
yeah.
whatever. It was well, if you could go My Chemical
My
Romance.
Chemical
Yeah,
Romance. Yeah. Luckily, you and I were never seeing kids. So
yeah.
I
Thank
mean,
God.
we wore normal people clothes, but we listened to the artists. You know, it's like
Yeah.
yeah, it's a nice voice.
Then college got into like kind of like house music, kind of like going to like house parties, listen to them, then going to bars, listen to basically like but kind of like
Occasionally some pox in there. So pox,
yeah, yeah.
pox.
Or like homie like cheerleader or I
Cheerleader.
like to party. Yeah, if you listen, like, if you ever have a chance, just listen to Omi Cheerleader. That was like near to my end, like my senior year of college. That was a big
Okay.
hit.
All
And
right.
then now it's like Italian music, oldies, and basically whatever I'm feeling like I want to listen to.
Right.
Even now, I probably listen more Disney music if anything.
Huh. Okay.
Like I'll listen to like Under the Sea or Make a Man Out of You or
I love like covers of Under the Sea, like
oh
stock covers.
yeah,
Under the Sea is
like
very
now
cool.
like I listen to these covers, or even sometimes like I'll listen to like the Italian version of Moana's, like the Moana soundtrack, but it all in Italian, and I'll listen to
Huh.
that. Because like one I like yes I am like my family is from Italian descent, but also like will listen to the language. And I went to Italy, I put it on. People, my cousins are Italian, but they were like, "Why do you listen to that?" I'm just like, I like the language. Why not listen to the song and I can understand it? It doesn't matter. Oh,
Right. Yeah.
English is way better. Yeah, because it was written in English. So it's
Right.
going to be everything else is in translation. At that point, you have to
Yeah. Well,
translate
there's
to.
yeah. They also have Japanese versions too.
Yeah.
Like the Frozen soundtrack or even
Mhm.
Moana. I'm sure they have different people singing, and their voices are great. You know.
Yeah, and I still like it. I still want to listen to it, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
But,
All right. So that's you, I guess, up until now,
mhm.
right? Okay. So for me, elementary school, like for some reason, I always lean toward rock, and Angelo knows that I always like was even a metalhead at some point, and I just was like, if it doesn't have only drums and a guitar and vocals, then I don't like it, right? That's kind of like my stance for a long time. For a long time, that was my stance.
What did he say? It
And
was
oh
noise.
yeah, yeah, it's noise. Yeah, it's garbage. Yeah,
Hmm.
I did say that. Yeah, and that whatever. I'm no longer like that. So, but in elementary school, I mainly listened to LIT, All American Rejects, like Green Day. I listened to a lot of Green Day,
Oh.
and middle school Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance. Pretty much, if you know the game series Burnout, like I pretty much listened to the soundtracks of Burnout, and especially
Oh.
Burnout 3.
Great game, though. Off
Yeah,
topic.
great
Great
game.
game.
Yeah, great
Fantastic
game.
game.
Fantastic game. I loved every track on the soundtrack. So,
Hmm.
uh,
I love the
yeah, I grew
FIFA
up mostly
tracks.
with that music. Actually, yeah, some of the FIFA tracks are pretty good. Um, Rocket League actually has some good music. I don't know if you know about that, but yeah. And then middle school, yeah, I just covered middle school. So high school was a lot of ska because of a mutual friend of Angelo and I's, Nick and Rich. And I don't know, they introduced some ska bands to us like Less Than Jake, Real Big Fish, Streetlight Manifesto, um, and I started branching out more so than just those actually. Like I went out and found Suburban Legends,
Oh yeah.
and like I found a bunch of other ska bands actually that I think I've shared with you as well.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Oh
college
yeah.
is mostly sorry, high school was mostly ska, and like a lot of rock music. I got into a lot of classic rock too, because of my friend Mike Fernay. he taught me guitar, and he was a huge metalhead, so he got me into bands like Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin and Metallica, Megadeth, um, Queen, AC/DC, and not him because he doesn't really like it, but stuff like Guns N' Roses and um, Motley Crue, just like old stuff. Like I just started exploring on my own, just like seeing what each era had to offer, right? Each decade.
Yeah.
And then college, that's when in college is when I opened up, and I think you may remember is when I opened up to the idea that like it doesn't have to be rock to be good, right? To be like fun to listen to, right? And so I started listening to more pop music then around college. I listened to some hip hop, and I actually started listening to old hip hop, like late '80s, '90s, like early 2000s hip hop.
Old school rap.
Yeah, old school rap. Yeah, I was listening to a lot of old school rap because of one of my roommates, actually, one of my suite mates, and he had like a music library, and he's like, "Here you go," and I was like, "All right, thanks. I'm gonna explore it and see what I like, see what I don't like, or just trash what I didn't like, and kept what I enjoyed." So I found a lot of old school hip hop, and then I got like weirdly obsessed with Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. And I know that's not music, but there's a lot of music in that movie and the comic series itself. Brian Lee O'Malley, the author, for each book that he wrote, he was listening to certain tracks of bands that he liked at the time, and these are Canadian like no-name bands, right? So I was like, oh sweet, like I get to learn about all these bands that I would never have known about if I didn't realize. So I looked up, like he had at the end of each of his books, because I own the whole set, he had a track list of like each of the songs he was listening to while he was writing those chapters. And so I would look them up, and I started listening to a lot of that, and a lot of that was like Canadian punk rock bands, some country type music, and yeah, up until then I didn't really listen to country, and then I guess after college, or still within college, I started like being okay with pop, like LMFAO songs, or like all right, like whatever, I'll have it on the radio, but I'm not gonna like go out of my way to play it on my phone. I don't want to listen to that. It's like when you're at a bar or something, it's fine. But then after college, going to Japan. Oh, granted, all this time I've been listening to Japanese rock music. So like from middle school all the way to college, because I was watching anime, and anime usually they feature in their opening themes and ending themes songs by Japanese artists. So I would find Japanese music through that. And then, yeah, I started listening to like chill hop. I don't know if you know it. Chill hop is like, it's like weird lo-fi hip hop. And there's for some reason, there's a lot of mashups with like anime background music, background art, and like cutscenes or like GIFs with just like the track playing. And it's like usually relaxing. I go to sleep to it sometimes if I need a nap. And yeah, then I started listening to house, and just a bunch of different things. Like I started exploring a bunch of genres that before I had not even considered exploring.
Worthy.
Yeah, worthy. Yeah. Well, right now I'm working on a workout playlist, and I mean, for me, it has to be a slow beat, and heavy drums. Because that's just like that's what you need when you're pumping iron. So, at least for me, like it can't be like really fast. Like I'm not gonna listen to like super happy, like really quick J-pop, right? That's just like I'm not gonna be able to.
No,
But
like I'll put like "Lose Yourself" from Eminem.
So I put Until I Collapse.
Yeah, no, that's also like phenomenal.
Like I literally won't start benching until I hear "Till I Collapse." Like that's like,
No, like my work, I have like 30 songs at the moment on like on my Spotify list, and just like all my workout songs, and it's like I have like old school like Rocky, like I Survive, like Eye of the Tiger. When I have a chance, I'll just like legit just go through it, and like I even have like there's a Italian rapper called MS Killa, and the song called hashtag Rosso Neri means red and black, and he wrote the song about Milan, like my favorite team, and I'll listen to that because it's just like they'll have the ultras, like the super fans, with the big drums, and that's also in the song, and you just hear him going on and doing chants, and like him, and then the artist the rapper, he's also singing. But like yeah, like I had Power. Remember the Name. I
Share that
love
with me.
that. Huh?
The Italian
Okay.
name
Yeah, I
TikTok.
will.
Yeah.
Like Headstrong, Last Resort from Papa Roach,
Yeah.
Fast Lane, Let's Go, Push It. TSO from Jackie Chan from TSO. Like sometimes I do have the like the high paced one, but also like sometimes like I just like it. Just like Jaden Smith, like Will Smith's son, he has two songs called Way Up, and that song's in the Spider Man Into the Multiverse or in the Spideyverse, and then
Oh
another
yeah.
one called
Better.
Goku. It's legit just called Goku from Jalen Smith,
Huh.
and like those two I really would like, or like Better Now from Post Malone, Whatever It Take,
Yeah.
Jungle from Ex Ambassadors, and Until I Collapse, Clear Eyes, and then like heart, like then some Rocky songs like I Have the Tiger Going to the Distant, No Easy Way Out, the training montage in Rocky Four when he's in Russia, um, and like just a bunch of other stuff, and it just not even just um, going on to like the song is not even just like the fast beat or like low beat. I just feel like it's something like gets you going.
Yeah. Something that pumps you up.
Um,
For sure. That's what works. That's what works. Like
mhm.
I've put on some tracks that I'd never listened to really before, and that included Till I Collapse. X Gonna Give It to You by DMX.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was like, yo, let's go. I'm doing my deadlifts and my like standing dumbbell
Mhm.
rows or my barbell rows to that song, and I'm just like, oh, you know, and or like Power by Kanye West.
Mhm.
Um, and I have the Halo theme in here too, and
Oh
like
my
that shit,
god.
the Halo theme Mjolnir mix, yo, that shit, yeah, that pumps me up.
Oh,
You know, that's what pumps
oh.
me up, because I get like nostalgia chills. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna put some more on for sure on
Oh
my
yeah,
phone.
definitely.
I just haven't been able to work on it, and I'm actually trying to move away from Spotify. I'm going back to putting music on my phone with the iTunes like library or whatever, because I'm just
Hmm.
tired of listening to ads. I can't, and I can't like choose how many skips
I
I
just
have.
bought it.
Oh, you bought Spotify?
It's like $5 a month plus Hulu's onto it.
It's not. In Japan, it's different. They have a very different
Uh,
subscription
uh,
scheme. Yeah, you have to buy like a family plan. It's like 1,200 something a month. You
oh
get like
yeah.
6 accounts, but like, see,
Yeah.
like if it was like I buy this family plan and then I split it with you and with CJ and Ryan and like whatever, we all have 6 accounts. Then like of course we'd each pay like $3, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't have a system like that.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, that's my workout playlist. I'm still working on it right now. Actually, I was reformatting my iTunes playlist or library right before we started the podcast, started the show. Um, so I wanna talk about like how music makes you feel. Do you ever like if you're ever feeling sad or like depressed or just like really upset, something bad happened, like can music cheer you up? Because I've had times where like I'll listen to the story so far, and just like some bands that, like
Mhm.
the theme of the song is very depressing, right? And then I just kind of like get in my feelings about it.
Mhm.
But then the next day I wake up even better. Like I wake up feeling way
Yeah.
better.
Um, it all depends on like the mood, I'm guessing. Like, but yeah, but like also you always want to put music on that match your mood. But like also like when you're in a relationship, you're like, oh, this is our song, and then when you guys break up, if you ever break up and you hear that song, it's just like, ugh,
I don't think we
really?
have. I don't think we have a song. I don't think Maya and I have a song.
I had a couple, um, basket case, I'm yours from
Basket
Jason
case is
Mraz.
very appropriate.
Yeah. Um, and like, there's another. Oh, Mike, everything I think is called from Michael Bublé. There's another one. But like now these songs, like those three
Yeah.
songs, like I try not to listen to them
Booble
just
booble boo.
because. But
Right,
I
because
love
they were
Bublé.
at that time. Right.
Yeah, and Justin Mraz, I love it. Like love
Booble.
those type of songs. It's just now, it's just like no.
Booble. Booble.
Now it's like with me and Danielle, we have Perfect Symphony with Ed Sheeran and
Okay.
Andrea Bocelli, and
Okay,
that's
so don't
really
break
very
up.
good.
That's it. That's all that you gotta
Yeah,
do. Otherwise, you
that's
can't
it,
listen
right?
to that song. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I started listening to like what's his name? Lil Dicky. I fucking love his music.
Oh my
Like
god.
stuff like I love comedy music, like stuff like
Yeah.
Starbomb, Lil Dicky, Ninja Sex Party, the Lonely Island. Like their shit is funny.
Oh my god, Lonely Island. Oh my god. I always put on
I love Jizz in My
the
Pants. It's like
Aladdin. No, Aladdin song.
Aladdin.
Yeah. Oh,
I
you
don't.
listen to it. You have to
All
listen
right.
to it.
Yeah, I'll listen to it after the show. Um, okay, cool. So
And
are there times like I mean, we talked about getting excited at the gym, like something to pump you up, right? But like
yeah.
you know that when we went to, what was it Warp Tour? Like you
Yes.
saw how excited I was when 4 Year Strong came on.
Oh,
When they started
you were
like
like a
you knew
little
I was a
kid.
different
You
person.
were a
I was a
little
different
kid.
person.
Not even like
Yeah.
a different person. It was just like a 5-year-old walked into a candy shop.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
And your
yo, this
eyes
candy's for me.
lit up when the biggest like lollipop was like in the centerpiece, and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, oh.
Yeah. So I was like, super, super excited about that show. And I like crowd surfed maybe 4 or 5, 6 times, at least like
Just
two
in
times
there.
each song. Yeah, just in there. And CJ saw it too. He's like, "What the fuck, Evan? Like, he's so excited about this." But yeah, no, I really enjoyed that show. And I want to bring this into the next topic. Still music, of course, but uh, the sensation called frisson, frisson. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's a French word, but it's otherwise known as music
Freeze
chills.
on.
And frisson, yes. And it's like when you get chills from pleasurable auditory signals, right? So what that means is like a sound to you personally, because every person is different. A sound to you sounds so good, a song sounds so good that you literally get chills like on your spine, on the back of your spine, and it like travels through you, and you get like goosebumps, and sometimes you get piloerection, which means like your hair stands up. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I've had that before. I've had that in the past with certain music. There was one time where I was um, I was under the influence listening to Pink Floyd, and yeah, and I was listening to Dark Side,
Just
and
how you
that
said under the influence.
yeah, so I was under the
Why
influence.
in
Yeah.
such a weird way? So I
Okay, how
was
would you want me to say it? Right?
under
Like,
the influence.
yeah, I was under the influence.
Wink, wink.
Quick, I was faded.
Yeah.
I was faded, yo. Anyway, I was faded, and I was listening to Dark Side. And what's hilarious is that like I just put my headphones on and I went to sleep, right? Because I'm listening to the whole album. And then as soon as Time comes on, I don't know if you listen to Time, but it starts out with all of these alarm clocks going off at the same time. And I woke up, and the whole theme of Time is like everybody's wasting their time. They're doing shit they don't care about. They're not taking advantage of like their lives. And I was just like, I woke up and I was like paranoid. I was like, oh shit, like what the fuck am I doing in my life? Like, but aside from that, like I got frisson from other tracks where like everything's all like noodly, and it just feels really good. So, but I've also had frisson not even being faded or even like affected
Mhm.
by any sort of substance.
Like when you're like in the gym, like that's also like you're getting pumped up. Or like I know like when I was going to like a track meet or a soccer game, I put one song on like "Lose Yourself," and it's like pumps you up. That instantaneously, just like okay, I'm good. Let's go, let's do this. Why not?
Yeah,
Like
yeah. I would actually get that from, and I know this is like, I mean, you know me, I'm a nerd, but like whenever I hear the songs that play during the battles in Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann,
oh my
I
god,
just I get pumped. I'm just like,
yeah.
fuck yeah, motherfucker, you know? Yeah,
You're all gonna die today.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, who wants it? Come get some, right?
And then they
But
come up to you. It's like, oh no, daddy, sorry,
oh
no.
no, please, no, no, no. Yeah, there's another similar sensation called I think it's ASMR, autonomous sensory meridian response, right?
Huh.
And that's it's basically like it feels like champagne bubbles going throughout your body, or like a very mild electrical current going from your spine, like the back of your scalp, down through the shoulders and then through the body. And some people can actually activate that on command. I'm one of those people, and I can do that. It's pretty crazy, and I wish I could teach other people how to do it, but it's really nothing you can teach. Like, you just
You
have to
have
like learn how to
to now.
consciously. Yeah, do it now. Okay, like I can't do that. Maybe if I got like a CAT scan or like an MRI or something, somebody could tell like the part of my brain that's lighting up when I do it. But you can't like show somebody how to do it. So.
Yeah. just send a bunch of electric probes around your body, just in and out of your body, just trying to figure out where it is coming from.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm sorry for yawning. Like I woke up really early today, um,
Mm.
but that's all right.
But like,
Right.
um,
What have you
no,
been listening to recently?
um,
Sleep.
I think it's more Italian music right now,
Okay.
like JX. He's more like a rapper, but some songs like it's more like rockish or hip hop. It's like all over the place. Um, so Spanish songs, just because of like when you go to Italy, like I always go in the summertime, and a lot of like these songs that come out that are in Spain or in Argentina, or whatever, for like dancing on the beach or like
Yeah, of course, of course. Makes sense. Like
or
Spain definitely
yeah.
has all.
Um,
Do you always
and
go to Italy in the summer?
not every summer, but I try to go every other summer. Like I went last year, probably not gonna go this year, but the year after that, hopefully. Um, but it all depends on, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Besides that, um, that and I like probably like other stuff like whatever. Like I'm weird. Like I'll listen to a music and then just drive it to the grave. Like I'll listen 200 billion times in a row, and I'll just
Yeah,
listen to the same music.
well, I think a
And
lot of people do that.
people like no, but like also like what people get mad at, like why you listen to the same song like 20 billion times? I was just like, I like it. If you don't like it, leave.
Put on headphones, listen to your own music. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
like I'll listen to the same song, like just the same. I
I'm
just pick
sorry, is
one
this your
song,
car?
yeah, and I just put it on loop.
Yeah, yeah,
And like, someone trying to change, just like don't touch my music
yeah. I'm like
now.
that with "Wow" by Post Malone right now. So, and listening, I didn't listen to that song. Yeah,
Oh my god, Post Malone's good. I
looking
do
at my
like
igloo, I be grinning.
it. Oh god.
Me and Drake came for the boom. It's great. It's a great song.
Oh, freaking Drake. But no, yeah, but like it's either that I have like a car playlist. I'll put
Mm.
that on, or I'll put on my Italian or Disney music, or even like oldie music. And I do like my oldies. Or I think the last couple of days I've been listening to Guardian the Galaxy soundtrack.
That's a good one. Yeah, because there's a nice mix in there. I listen to the
Mm-hmm.
Fallout soundtrack sometimes. Like when
Oh,
you're talking about oldies, right? So I just
yeah.
like to listen to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like Hug on a Feeling or what was the other one? Oh, Brandy. I really do like Brandy. There's one more. Oh, Mr. Blue Sky. And I just every time I listen to that, I just have an instant connection when I was watching the first scene of Guardian of the Galaxy 2, and you just see Baby Groot just freaking like hopping around, and just like I feel like I do that, like then I start doing it because like I'm thinking about it, and then I start doing
Uh
it,
huh.
and then I'm just with my dog. My dog is like, "Oh my god, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Why? Just please stop." And I was like, "Nope, I'm just doing it," and just like hopping up and down. It was like, "Oh, this is great." It's just like the song just can just take you to somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah, and it like makes you want to dance and stuff. Like there's a lot of times I listen to music where I'm just like I want to move, I want to dance. You know? And it's interesting. Like I hear um in Japan, like not many people do that, and they don't culturally. Like even if you're listening to music, you don't move, you don't dance, whatever. But like I'll do it in a heartbeat. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
whatever. I don't care.
Also,
I'm not
American.
bothering anybody. I'm not
Yeah.
bothering. Yeah, exactly. Well, exactly. But
It's
that's what
not
I'm
like
saying. Like
it's
the
not like
culture
you're
is different.
creating.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but it's also you're not creating like a mosh pit in the middle of Times Square
Yeah, yeah,
or
that too.
Tokyo Square, whatever.
Yeah, or like the Shibuya crossing,
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't do
it's not
that.
like you're just wailing your arm out as you're listening to music and just freaking knocking out a freaking 90-year-old lady. It's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
watch it,
Well,
grandma.
actually, when I went to a state champ show here in Tokyo, it's so awesome. Like one of my favorite shows of all time. They were moshing like crazy, and I was like, wow, I didn't think Japanese people had it in them to mosh like this, but they mosh, and they mosh hard. So I was happy about that. But I was in the front row. I kept getting like pushed from the back, and
Yeah,
it was terrible. But yeah, it was a great show.
When was the last time I've been to a concert? Oh my god, I think Warped Tour. That was last summer. No,
Okay.
no, 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 no. Ow.
I actually have to check bands in town because I know Knuckle Puck and like Story So Far. Like some of those bands are actually coming to
My
Tokyo.
girl likes to listen to country music and also Taylor Swift, so I've been to a couple
Oh,
of
Lord.
those.
In country.
And Taylor Swift just made a new album or songs or whatever, and I'm watching that.
Mm.
Oh, I was like, oh god, like why? What did my world got into?
Yellow Card, Pepper,
But
Sorry.
my girlfriend loves it, so I have to be
Yeah, I mean you
somewhat a
gotta.
good person.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, I mean Maya likes ballet, right? So like I have to go see ballet shows.
Ha!
Yeah.
Grr.
Angelo, I'll go in a tutu and I'll send you a picture.
You know what? Please do.
Yeah, I know you want it. I know you want it, but you'll
So I
never
can
have it.
just blast it to everyone.
Yeah, yeah, you're just gonna blow me up on it, social media.
Easy, without a
Uh,
doubt.
yeah, I know.
And you know
So
what?
what are
I'll be
some
doing it for you.
yep, yep, yep. I've been
Um,
listening to Neck Deep. Not so much Neck Deep, maybe like Torn by them, but more like the story so far. I found, and this is a while ago, right? I just started listening to him again. This guy named Jonathan Young. I don't know if you know him.
no.
He's on YouTube. I know you probably won't like a lot of his music. Some of it you may like because it's like metal oriented, right? He does covers of many different songs. So he does covers of anime songs. He does covers of Disney songs. He does covers of stuff by like My Chemical Romance, stuff by um, 3 Days Grace. He did a cover of All Star from Shrek. Like he just does a bunch of covers. I'll
Yeah.
share his YouTube channel with you so you can like check out some songs. He did a Goofy Movie song, Eye to Eye, Eye to Eye, and it's very good. I that's like my favorite cover by him. And I'll send you a few of the tracks, but
Mm.
I really like his covers because I really like the instrumentals and stuff. And he doesn't like scream too much. I'm into metal, but I don't like when the vocals aren't clean.
I'm not a
I
big
like
fan of
I
the
like
scream part.
like when the vocals are clean. Yeah, CJ doesn't. CJ likes scream, but I don't like it so. Um,
Mm.
he did like a he did a cover of the Pokemon theme song, but he got the original singer on the track, so they're singing it together. It's fucking dope. It's so
That's
right.
how did he get that?
I mean, you know, I'm sure he had a petition and he like contacted him. He's like, hey,
Yeah.
dude, like let's remake this song. You know, it's
Like,
really good.
please.
I'll send you it. I'll send you it.
Okay, send me
Um,
that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I'm really into his music because I like a
Okay.
lot of the anime songs that he covers.
Hmm.
Yeah, Jonathan Young.
Jonathan Young. Okay.
But that's
Well,
what I'm listening
definitely.
to recently. Pretty much trying to find new albums and stuff that are out by some bands that I listen to. Yeah.
No, just
Also, I forgot to mention this. I play guitar. I used to play trombone. I used to play cello when I was younger. So like I'm musically oriented, just like my siblings. I haven't been able to touch my guitar for a while, unfortunately. Um, and it's one of those things like if you want to get good at an instrument, you have to practice it consistently. And I not that I haven't found the time or I haven't made the time. I I've decided not to prioritize playing guitar over other
hmm
things. So that's just what it is. And I'd like to get back into it, you know, just playing acoustic covers of some songs that I want to play, or even coming up with original songs. Like at one point, I did come up with an original song, but I completely forgot how it went. So now, like, I don't have it. But like, I know that I'm capable of creating original songs. So I just
hmm
need to take.
time, practice,
Yeah,
and dedication.
exactly, exactly. Yeah. And that's what I love about music. Like, it's once you get the hang of the basics, like you can start exploring different chord progressions and different melodies, whatever you want, as long as it sounds nice to you.
Yeah. Or sound nice for whoever you are doing it
Yeah, I mean,
for.
well, absolutely. Yeah, if you're playing an instrument, normally, typically, you're entertaining other people.
Yeah.
Um, so
Or you have those people who learn an instrument like guitar in college and only know Wonderwall.
yeah, that's me. No, I mean, I know other songs too, but like they're very basic. So
Oh yeah, but like, isn't like a like majority like
I
there's a song.
the only reason I learned Wonderwall was because Maria Contaveros wanted me to learn it.
Oh yeah. Um, but what's it called? Um, no, but isn't there a song called like the four chord song? Like, there's a lot of songs have just the
Yep,
four chords and just
yep.
different.
I know those four chords, so I know
No,
all those songs. I guess.
Which one of the chords again?
I think it was. I don't remember the order, but I know like C, G, A, and maybe F.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. But if not, look it up. Just look up the four chord song, and that's
Yeah.
like.
I mean, I
For,
could look it up. Oh.
well, no, yeah. But viewers for our viewers later on, if they ever want to like listen to it, it's just like it's like actually a good chunk of it. And I think there's more. They just couldn't put it in like in
Yeah,
a
I was
couple
right.
minutes.
I was right. It's C, G, A minor, F. Sorry, I cut you off.
But no, it's just like it's something like you just have to look like if
It's
you
a great
just
comedy song
understand.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that and also like if you want to learn, just learn those four chords, and then you know a lot of songs at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. At
Just
that point, just play whatever.
yeah.
I learned how
Um.
to play Love Yourself.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually kind of fun to play. I like it. But my voice
Nice.
isn't suited for it, so my voice is lower than his voice. So.
But yeah, I do like Frank Frank Sinatra, like My Way, and I
Mm.
love people. I love like I actually would actually love like random, not
Maya
even like
loves
random
Frank Sinatra.
people can sing it.
People who can sing Frank Sinatra.
Like yeah, like not even like Frank Sinatra, like every song, just that song, like My Way,
I actually don't have that song.
like
I mean, I have
that
a bunch of
song.
his songs. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Like I like all his songs. Don't get me wrong. It's just like My Way is just like that's the one that I'll listen to no matter what, and just be
I like.
like,
Yeah, I like Young at Heart.
okay,
Yeah, and I've got the
oh,
world on a string.
okay. New York is fantastic.
It's funny. I was listening through my whole library, and
Hmm.
then as soon as I hit Frank Sinatra, and like, cause I was listening to each track and deciding
Yeah.
gonna keep this, not gonna keep this, gonna keep this, not, all that. And then I hit F, and I hit Frank Sinatra, and she's like, "Evan, you listen to Frank Sinatra? I didn't know that." And I was just like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, I'm so
Is
happy. That makes me
instant
happy that you like
lady
him."
boner.
Yeah.
Instant lady
It's
boner
the-
right there.
yeah, you're right though. You're right. But yeah, yeah. She's like, "I didn't know that you liked him." I was like, "Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you don't know about me. You just have to ask." Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no, not a bitch.
Yeah, no,
You're
not gonna call her that
fantastic.
ever. Ever.
You're a
I
fantastic human
I do not
being.
condone calling people that ever. So, unless they are one, and then then it's fine. Right.
But
So
yeah,
yeah,
no.
I'm trying to get all this music onto my iPhone, so that way I don't have to listen to any advertisements anymore, and I can just have my workout playlist. And if there's a song that comes on and I don't want to listen to it, I can just decide, hey, I'm gonna skip.
Also, another way to fix that problem?
Pay money? Nope.
No. Just come back to America.
Come back to America. What do you mean?
Just come
How's
back
that
to
gonna solve my
America and
problem?
that solves a lot of your problems.
Yeah, a lot. A lot actually. Yeah, it would solve a lot of my problems. All right, so I mean, I don't know.
No,
That's all I have to say about music at this point.
no, I think we have like all hit what we want to talk about in this segment. And no, it's a good. I really like music. I just feel like music is just you could do
What's
anything with
beautiful about it is
music.
it's universal.
Yeah,
Because like when I was before I even learned Japanese, I was listening to Japanese music and I enjoyed
yeah.
it. Right? I just I liked the way it sounded. You know.
Like even like going back to like the BTS, of like there's like that Korean boy band. No,
Yeah, they've
no
blown
one
up
understands what they're saying, and they just blown up because of I don't know how the anime songs.
because they focused on excellence, right? They just excelled in their craft of creating catchy, popular, like really good music. They didn't. It wasn't about the language, right? So that's, and I think that's something that's excellent too. I actually have to give them a listen. I haven't heard them.
Or what was that other song? Psy.
Oh yeah. Gangnam Style.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Gangnam Style.
And a lot of people like the dance and all that stuff. It was like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
god, just like how like those songs just viral, just boom.
Yeah.
Or like even like actually like people will write songs for celebrity, like soccer players or McGregor. There's this Irish guy. I don't know his actual name, but like I think it's Connor. He wrote a song, the McGregor song, when he was going to fight Floyd Mayweather, and the guy McGregor really appreciated that song. That he basically bought his ticket to fly him to Vegas to see the fight and march
Wow,
out with him.
that's awesome.
Um, or
So
like
did he like
there's
play the song while he was like marching out? Like,
I don't think so,
oh, okay,
but
all right.
it got a lot of it went viral like overnight when he made it, and like I'll listen to that when I'm like walking, and I'll just put it on, and it's just a fantastic song too. Well written, him with the ukulele, and just like legit ripping on Floyd Mayweather and just like boosting up like every like McGregor fan out there.
See, you said ukulele, and that reminded me of something. There's an artist called Hirai Dai, and he's actually, I think he's from Hawaii, or he lived a lot of his life in Hawaii. I'm not exactly sure, but he speaks English and Japanese both fluently, and he's very popular in Japan now. He's on the radio quite a lot, but a lot of his tracks are either like completely in English or completely in Japanese or a mix of both. And I really like his mix of both songs because I actually learned how to play one of them on guitar, and like because I speak both English and Japanese, it's very easy for me to sing the song. And
Mm-hmm.
I always thought that would be really cool if I could, make music like that as well. So it's kind of like if you do it well, if you do it right, you can mix language in a song, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's just like not very good.
Like, why are you doing that? Stop now.
Yeah, it's like you only put one word in. Like, why did you need that?
Like, you didn't really have to. You could
Yeah.
have split either split every sentence up in between the two languages, or you did half the song in English and half the song in Japanese, or split it in three ways and you add some Spanish.
Yeah, I gotta listen to more Spanish music. I had been listening to a lot of like bachata and like some just like Spanish music at some point, and I was like, you know what, I
Mm-hmm.
need to really find like good Spanish songs. And
Yeah.
like, I mean, I listen to like Bunny or like J Balvin, and I'm just like, these guys are ridiculous, man. Like, it's just like this such trap, like Spanish trap music.
It's trap
Uh,
music.
I think it is
Spanish
like
rap.
Spanish rap.
Mm-hmm. Wait, no,
I'll send you it later. But I
yeah.
think, yeah, I think we're good. We talked about a lot. And if there's anything else you guys want to talk about in terms of music, like like if you know the bands that we talked about, the artists we talked about, I'm sure you do know some of them because some of them are really famous,
Or
or the ones
actually,
we talked about in the beginning, or any bands you would want us to talk about or explore. Like I'm always looking for new music to listen to. Angelo, I'm sure you are too.
yeah.
Just like hit us up and or leave a
Let
review
us know.
in the
We're always
comments.
eager to know what our viewers like. Or
Yeah.
there might be a band that we actually do like and the song that they just created and you beat us to the punch, or they made a song you really like it and we never heard of before. And that's weird because we should know whatever our favorite bands have made our songs about. But yeah, it's always
Yeah.
nice to know what our viewers like and listen to new songs and open our mind to everything as well.
Yeah,
So,
and let us know like if you listen to foreign music as well, right? Like,
mhm.
and by foreign music I mean like music in a foreign language, right? So like if you're in
Yes.
America and you listen to like, what's that boy band that was there for a while? Most recent one, uh, I'm forgetting, drawing a blank. The British boy band. What did
Oh,
you?
One Direction.
Yeah, One Direction. One Direction. Yeah, like they sing in English, of course. So
Yeah.
like let us know if you listen to any foreign music, and if you don't, that's cool too.
Yeah.
Like music is universal. So. All
Right.
right, and I think that's about it. Shall we
Yeah.
wrap
Next week. Next week. What do you want to talk about next week?
that? Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
Well,
Let's discuss
it will
that.
be it will be a surprise for the viewers then.
Okay, yeah, for sure. We
We'll make
because we
a
don't
whole
because we don't know now. It's gonna be a surprise for the viewers. Yeah.
yeah. But besides that, have a good night, guys. Have a good morning, whatever time you're listening to. We'll catch you next week.
All right.
This is
Bye
Paul from the
bye.
A&E show. See you
Yes,
next
the
week.
A&E show. Bye bye.
Mhm. Bye.